Yo, welcome everyone. Something big is about to happen with Bitcoin in the upcoming days. Get ready and try to not mess it up. Let me show you. Now, you're going to notice Bitcoin for the past few days has really been respecting all of our levels beautifully. Only a few days ago, we were saying that potentially we might be looking to enter a long or a buy position on a successful liquidity grab below the recent low. That is exactly where I personally entered a brand new long trade on Ethereum and also on Bitcoin. Then of course we said the next level for us to pay attention to is going to be the golden Fibonacci ratio coming in at approximately 69,000 US dollars. Bitcoin hit the 0.618 Fibonacci level almost to the exact dollar accuracy, and since then we are experiencing quite a significant rejection back down, hitting the value area low or the bottom volume cluster. Also in our yesterday's video I simply said potentially you might be interested to fire another long or a buy position right here, simply because we knew it is going to be the value area low. It was also the liquidity level with our recent low, but also of course when we go right now with our high term time frame levels, Bitcoin right here also hit the daily and the weekly high term time frame area of support at 66k. If you did enter a long position right here, right now probably you are being definitely in a very small profit. But the reality right now also is, pay attention to what other people have been doing in the market right now for the past few hours. Sure, Bitcoin got a push down right here, but at least as of right now, for the past few hours, we are forming right here another higher low. Bitcoin is clearly pushing higher in comparison to the CVD indicator that actually got a brand new lower low only a few hours ago. So what does that mean? It really seems like selling pressure on Bitcoin is right now coming in, but the thing is, this selling pressure right here is not really able to push the price lower. That is why we are getting right here a higher low on Bitcoin, lower low on the CVD indicator, bullish divergence, bullish absorption, bullish Bitcoin indication. That is right now why, according to this specific indicator, we might even look for another very nice rotation back towards the upside. However, I would actually say like that, we really need to pay attention to the first area of resistance that probably it is going to get hit in the upcoming hours if Bitcoin right here, right now is going to start moving higher because of this specific bullish absorption. Remember that for the past few days, we have been talking about a very important trendline area of resistance. Connecting this high with a lower high, we already tapped this specific level only a few days ago right here, almost exactly. Bitcoin then got a rejection back towards downside, and right now this specific trend line is once again acting as the area of resistance. Now, the reality is, more times we test a level, the higher the likelihood of a successful breakout. So if you look like that on another test of the trend line, yes, we are going to have quite a high probability of breaking towards the upside, of Bitcoin right here getting another very nice push up. But the reality also right here right now is, this area is not a random level, because what we can right to do, going with our fixed range volume profile, measuring the entire bottom price action with volume, you're going to see value area high is going to come in almost exactly at our trend line. But not only that, zooming in on the 1 hourly, going again with our Fibonacci retracement from the swing high back towards the swing low, it also does seem like golden Fibonacci ratio coming in approximately at the value area high and also at our trend line. So I would actually say like that, sure, the trend line right here by itself, it's not really anymore a very strong level. However, you can clearly right to see this area, it is aligning beautifully with another golden Fibonacci ratio, and of course also with the upper volume area of resistance. So definitely this level right here, if we do get right here another push towards the upside, it is going to be the first very important resistance you should really pay attention to. If Bitcoin is potentially going to be able to break this level towards the upside, happy days, and in this scenario we are then definitely going to talk about another even bigger area of resistance, because of course later in the video I definitely want to talk about the anchored VWAP. And before we do so, I would really appreciate if you right now smash up the like button, because 1000 likes right here are definitely possible. But of course also right now, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Now let me share with you how a bearish scenario on Bitcoin is going to look like, because what if, for example, we push towards the golden Fibonacci ratio scenario and get a major rejection exactly at this specific area. Now, again, as I said before to you, I do remain in my long trade on Bitcoin and also on Ethereum. But again, I have already paid myself. I took some profits off the table on both of the trades. But additionally, I also do remain in my short trade on Bitcoin with the average entry price of approximately $82,200. But also, I am in a short trade on Ethereum from approximately $2,700. So if we do go right now lower, for sure, we can be looking for another major dump towards the downside. Already in my free VIP Discord server, I shared about a bearish scenario. So definitely, if right now Bitcoin is going to go lower, we can be expecting a significant and definitely a major move towards downside. So what you really should be paying attention right here is going to be the area of support at approximately $66,000. Because remember what we said yesterday, the moment Bitcoin is going to go below 66,000, of course, it is going to be a major red flag. And in this scenario, we are going to look right here for another major significant push down. This area right now, in my opinion, it is literally the most important support level on the entire Bitcoin chart. But why so? Because the moment we start losing it, the moment Bitcoin starts closing the candles below the specific area, we need to activate our bearish plan. So how is a bearish plan right now going to look like? Simply, we can right to go with our elite impulsive wave, where we are going to be identifying the first impulse right here. We are going to say this right here was a correction. And right now, if Bitcoin does right here get another major push down, definitely make sure you are ready for Bitcoin to potentially push down below $60,000 area, because the target is going to be below our recent low, talking about the third elite wave, the fourth one, and then of course also the fifth elite wave. If I remember correctly, I already shared with you the exact price targets of the third elite wave already a few days ago. But the reality is, this target of the third elite wave beautifully aligns with not only one, but actually two 1.618 Fibonacci extension levels. So again, going with our trend-based Fibonacci extension from the high back towards the low, back towards the high, it really does look like that $57,900 area, it is going to be the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. But of course, also in our third elite wave, we can identify potentially another 5-wave price structure. We can right now say, if Bitcoin literally right now is going to get a major push down, we can then simply say impulse right here, we got a correction, and right now Bitcoin is potentially already working on another major third impulsive elite wave. So in this scenario, we can right now again go with our trend-based Fibonacci extension. We go from the exact high to the exact low right here, back towards the exact high, and you're right now definitely going to see another 1.618 Fibonacci extension level right here is coming in below $60,000 and definitely below the recent low. Also right now, additionally, remember about our patterns a lot of people were talking about already a few days ago. Remember, usually I do not really trade patterns. However, of course, we can still talk about them because right now clearly there's some kind of an ascending triangle is right now breaking back down. People that are trading the patterns are simply late to the party. Usually, you want to fire a short or a sell position at the area of resistance and not really after Bitcoin has already gotten quite a significant push down. But one could right now say, we got a breakdown, we got potentially right here a bearish retest, and right, of course, if you look like that, the triangle might even play out, and of course, because of that, we can already look for much lower price targets in the upcoming days. Additionally, not only we can talk about the price target of the ascending triangle, one could even say Bitcoin got right here not an ascending triangle, but actually some kind of the rising wedge pattern, connecting our higher highs, connecting our higher lows. One could say rising wedge pattern, right now clearly breaking straight towards downside. So technical targets of this specific rising wedge, it is simply going to be the first one, golden Fibonacci ratio, which of course right now it has already been perfectly hit, but the second target of the rising wedge pattern, it is going to be the start at approximately $60,000. Technically speaking, of course, also when we right now go with our big triangle, what is actually going to be the target, measuring the opening of the triangle and putting the trend line on the breakdown right here, it really does look like we can talk about the area of approximately $56,000. Very, very close towards our price targets of approximately 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. So if you look like that, right now Bitcoin is really trading at a very important level. Break the support level where we we are as right now, in my opinion, we can definitely look for much lower price targets very, very soon. And that is right why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus with the first link down below in the description, because right now on Bybit Exchange, you register with my link, you're already going to get 20 USDT completely for free, because yes, right now, we are actually having a very special campaign. You register, you get 20 USDT, you deposit at least 100, you get another 20 USDT, but also when you're going to open up your first trade, you're going to get even bigger bonuses using the first link down below in the description. But also right now on Bybit, not only you're able to trade crypto, you can even trade right here Forex, commodities, and stock CFDs, but also you can trade brand new altcoins that are being released. So of course, if you are looking right here to enter another trade, simply take advantages of the free bonuses using the first link down below in the description after you register and after initial deposit. But also right now, let me do share with you what is going to be another very important price target, because what if Bitcoin, at least as right now, does not break our volume level right here, and we are going to get right here another push up. Very, very simply, as we said before, the first target you should really be paying attention to, it is going to be the golden Fibonacci ratio at approximately 68,000 US dollars. But the reality right now also is, if you go with the Bitcoin liquidation heat map on the 1 week time frame, it does seem like that the biggest liquidation cluster right here, right now, it is going to come in exactly above this specific high at approximately 69,300 US dollars. And the exact same thing is right now also happening when we are zooming out on the 2 week time frame. The biggest liquidation cluster right here, right now, it is going to come in not lower, but actually higher. And this specific area is going to be a very important one, because simply a lot of people are going to get liquidated. And what you can right now see, the biggest one is actually going to be at 72,000, and the first one, some kind of a big one, again, it is going to be exactly above the recent highs. And this specific area, maybe you do remember about from a few videos ago, because what you can right to do, let's go with our anchored VWAP, let's anchor it exactly at this specific high, and you're right now going to see an anchored VWAP area of resistance is right now coming in exactly above this specific high. So it right now simply means when we right now trade from level to level, we simply know the first level, it is going to be this specific golden Fibonacci ratio right here, aligning with the trend line. But then the next target we should be aware of is simply then going to be the liquidity level, another anchored VWAP right here, but of course also another golden Fibonacci ratio when we do right to measure the entire push towards downside. So definitely this area is the second price target. If we go higher, this golden Fibonacci ratio right here is going to be the first target if Bitcoin right now does actually get another push up. So probably right now you're wondering, bro, what is the best trade I can right now potentially fire on the Bitcoin price itself? And I would actually say like that. Simply, usually you want to look for a buying position at the area of support, look for a short position at the area of resistance. And what we said yesterday, we could potentially look to fire another long or a buying position at the area of support. And if you right now ask me, is this area where we are as right now a good level for us to fire a long? Simply, I would say not really, because the support level on Bitcoin was hit already yesterday. Right now, the next potential trade we could be looking for it here, it is going to be a short position. To be honest right now, the bigger area of resistance is going to be the upper golden Fibonacci ratio, aligning with the anchored VWAP, aligning with the liquidity level. Why so? Because it's a much bigger golden Fibonacci ratio, and also of course the anchored VWAP right here is a much more important level than the current golden Fibonacci ratio right here. But of course, already at this specific level, when and if it's going to get hit, I'm definitely going to look to take even more profits from my long position on Bitcoin and also Ethereum, and then simply we are going to go from there. Because of course, at the areas of resistances, we need to be taking some profits off the table just in case Bitcoin right now is going to start playing out the bigger bearish elite wave count with a major push towards downside below 60,000 US dollars. And if you right now ask me what is the best buy trade, I would simply say below 60,000 US dollars, because this area right here at approximately 56,000 US dollars, it is a major price target and a major zone of support. That is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus with the first link down below. You register with the first link, you're already going to get 20 USDT only after you sign up. But also then make sure you deposit at least 100, you get another 20 USDT, and also when you're going to open up your first trade, you're going to get even bigger bonuses using the first link down below in the description. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.